Now we are going to look at the M dash, a horizontal stroke that is so called as it is as wide as the letter M. To type an M dash, you simply click the hyphen key twice. Some word processing software will automatically change the two hyphens into one M dash. Others will not, but both are acceptable marks to indicate the M dash. When we discussed the hyphen, we called it the joiner. The M dash, however, is another separator. The M dash is much more flexible than other marks that we have discussed so far, and its use is much more a choice of style. To use the M dash effectively, you must consider what it is that you want the reader to take away from your writing. On which part of your text should the reader's main focus be? In order to illustrate this, I'm going to present some sentences about Season 5 of Peaky Blinders. Number 1. In Season 5, Tommy is unable to defeat a single foe. Instead, it is a season of loss, of Polly, of Michael, of Aberama, and failure. This is a grammatical sentence with appropriate punctuation. The parentheses indicate an aside which is relevant of attention, but perhaps not crucial to the main thrust of my text. However, I want to emphasize to my reader the characters, the central characters, that I am claiming Tommy lost in Season 5. Therefore, I can swap the parentheses for M dashes. What this does, by the very nature of the mark on the page, is to force the reader to pay attention to what comes between the M dashes. It's kind of like an arrow. A point to bear in mind is that while the M dash is deemed more emphatic, it is also deemed less formal than the parenthesis. Number 2. The question is not will, but how will Tommy's plan fail, because the real-world Oswald Mosley, who Tommy plans to assassinate, did not die until 1980. Again, this is a grammatical sentence with acceptable punctuation. Here, however, I have used commas to mark out the non-essential adjective clause, who Tommy plans to assassinate. The overall focus of my text, however, is the plot of Season 5 of Peaky Blinders. So what I can do to draw the reader's attention back to the plot point I am discussing is to use M dashes instead of commas to surround the clause. Again, this is more emphatic and less formal than the commas that the M dashes replace. Number 3. After his plot to take down Oswald Mosley fails, Tommy ends the season back where he started, in a field, pointing a gun to his temple. Another grammatical and correctly punctuated sentence. This time I have used a colon to draw emphasis to the final clause. Here I could use an M dash in place of the colon, much to the same effect. Again, I would suggest that this is a more emphatic and less formal approach to punctuation. The final points for today. It is very common to see M dashes in literature. A couple of those common uses include introducing a character's speech, and this could be with or without the quotation marks, and to indicate an interrupted or unfinished statement or word. The example here shows perhaps a child offering an excuse as to why she is late, but being interrupted by an angry parent shouting something about a curfew or responsibilities, etc. So there you have it. M dashes can be used in place of parenthetical statements, commas that surround non-essential elements in a sentence, or colons to add emphasis to a final word, phrase, or clause. The M dash is more emphatic and less formal than the alternatives. It is often encountered in literature, and its use is a matter of style and of considering your reader's experience of your text.